Rainbow Chicken is the main supplier of chicken to the restaurant industry and to KFC in particular. Rainbow was founded by the late Stanley Methven in 1960 and listed on the JSE in 1989. It's now controlled by the Remgro Group, and Rainbow has a market cap of 5 billion rand, a price to earnings ratio of 12 and a dividend yield of 5.8%. Now, Paul, you can't go and sit down at a Rainbow Chickens and have yourself a good snack.
Yes. But as you point out, they are the major supplier of processed chicken, not only to KFC, in fact, but also to Chicken Licken and to Nando's. And
so it's a feeder into the fast food environment.
So it's a big, big part of their business, although obviously they supply, all sorts of other places as well. Look, the chicken industry is in really serious trouble because they're the Brazilian imports. There's rising electricity prices, rising maize prices, so they really are caught betwixt and between. I'd be interested to know what it is that those fast food guys are doing, because they probably have some sort of arrangement where they must buy from Rainbow, but on the other hand, what about all the cheap Brazilian stuff that's around? Must be hugely tempting for them.
What about Rainbow Chickens in your book, Chris?
I mean, if you took that graph and went back an awful lot further, 20-odd years, you'd see the share price is pretty much where it was 20 years ago. It's been an absolute dog.
Let's not mix our words.
No, I'm using it very carefully here. But I think the point is, and as Paul says, this company has been, and all the other chicken producers, open to all the vagaries of the problems that are involved there. Cheap imports, but not just that. From time to time you get things like outbreaks of Newcastle disease, you name it. Investing in equities is tricky enough without getting involved
without
with that.
the risk associated to the
Exactly,
agriculture,
yes.
And especially livestock.
Yes,
the
precisely.
chicken are livestock, aren't they?
Yeah,
Anyway.
Look, they do also have an animal feeds business, EPOL, and they also have Vector Logistics, which is quite a well-established cold chain business where they deliver also for I&J and some other players around the world. So I don't know. I mean, Remgro, that owns 60% of this thing, have sort of held on to it through thick and thin. It's got quite a high dividend yield because Remgro likes to suck the excess cash out. They're not really investing that heavily in the business. At some point, Remgro may decide to buy it out in its entirety, although we know that Remgro lately has been sort of kicking out things that it doesn't like anymore. So that's also potentially a negative. So I don't know. For me at the moment, definitely not.
But I mean, this is the dominant chicken business in South Africa, isn't it?
Oh no, you're right. It's big, it's got economies of scale. But having said that, it comes back to the fact that they cannot compete with those Brazilian imports, the cheap imports from many parts of the world. And that is very, very worrying indeed. From time to time, all the extraneous factors will be positive, but that's a bit like a broken clock is right twice a day. So, it's difficult to get enthusiastic about stocks like this.
Paul, let's go straight to hot or not.
I'm also going to go with not hot.
Not hot. You didn't actually say not hot.